Welcome. Hey, Ron and Chuckie join us from Roak Brewing out of Royal Oak. They're not dads yet, or at least that's what they believe. We talk Roak beers, Lions football, childhood chores, and so much more. Let's go.
The Eagle has landed. Welcome home, beautiful.
What's up, guys?
Yo, yo.
Yo, thanks for having us.
Always. So, you obviously just got here, and we literally just figured out our top 6 we'll do later. What's new?
Chuckie, you first?
Oh, man. What's new? Been playing a lot of golf, man, but been focusing on a lot of beer, too. Kettle sours right now in the summertime.
There you go. Anything new with you?
Dude, I've been golfing more this summer than I think I have
Jesus.
the last 4 years.
I haven't golfed in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been... I'm scared to look at my credit card statement because I have a feeling it's going to be that bad.
Well, you're trying to get in all the country clubs, too, man.
Hey, we drove by one. It looked beautiful.
I know. Maybe we'll get on
They
it
all
tomorrow.
look good. Every course looks good.
Money.
Until you get on there and then just chews you up, you know.
Spits you
What do you
back
guys
out.
shoot? I don't even know this. What do you guys shoot? You're coming to the golf outing in September. You said you're both what, B golfers, I think?
I'm a 22. I'm a 22 handicap. I need strokes.
I'm on a good round. I'll shoot low 40s. On a bad round, I'll shoot low 50s.
Okay.
That's on 9. What are you on? Like 18.
You just double it.
Like I said, dude, if I shoot in the 80s, I'm ecstatic.
Fair
Like,
enough.
I'm
It's a good
thrilled.
day. It's a good day, you know.
Take it.
What's going on with you? How are you?
I am not sleeping at all because I have 2 kids. My golf game is, unfortunately, still better than yours, so I'm not going to lie about that.
Kids keep you young, though.
I know. Well, I know. They just make you really sore. I literally went to putt-putt the other day with Jameson for the first time, and we took Lucas, and I was wearing him on like in my front on like a backpack thing.
Yeah.
So every time I was putting with one hand, and I had to like squat down and get the ball. My thighs were on fire last night. Jeez, it was bad.
We took my buddy's son out to the cottage two weeks ago, and he's like 19 months, and he was squatting. You know, just looking over the water, and he's like, man, he's going in. He's going to go in.
Right.
I looked at my buddy, and I'm like, you know, if we just took his pose for a couple hours a day, I mean,
Yeah.
definitely, wouldn't even need to work out.
Oh, dude,
Right. No.
Chuckie, you might be adding a little bit of weight to that frame once you keep doing
Quite
that.
possible.
I know you're weigh like 5 pounds, dude.
Well, you know, pass me a beer.
We'll get to it in a second. We'll do that as our dad wins and fails for the week, though. That was a good one. I didn't even think of what I'd say, but yeah, I took him putt-putting, but then my thighs hurt. So win is keeping him entertained, fail is then I was in a ton of pain. It was my birthday, so everyone's making fun of me. Like, oh, you're a year older, now you're in pain. I'm like, yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Well, hey, you know, a win's a win.
Exactly. Got to take them when you can get them.
Heck
right.
yeah.
The lovely beer, the podcast. You guys know this like the back of your hand, so I'm going to let you guys introduce it and talk about it.
Here comes the ice cream man, right?
Yeah, perfect on a hot day. This is my favorite of our kettle sour series. This is a kind of an innovative series that we adopted to our lineup this year. It really grew the lineup. This was a beer that Roak debuted last year, and it's an orange vanilla cream kettle sour. And so we brew all our kettle sours with lactobacillus, yogurt, basically. So we let them turn in 12 to 24 hours, and then you brew them out like a normal beer, like a normal ale. And
Nice.
this beer in particular is kind of interesting. I always tell people give it 3 sips because that first sip your mind is a little bit shocked. You're like,
Yeah.
what is that? But you're starting to like smell those flavors that you really identify with. Easy going, vanilla, a little bit of citrus, but not too overwhelming. And then on that second sip, you get a little bit of that mouthfeel. You understand, is it dancing on your tongue like champagne, or is it velvety smooth like a stout? This one, the sour, the acidity kind of makes for a really clean finish. It's nice. And then on that third sip, you really get a good idea of what the beer tastes like, and breathe out and smell that vanilla. Get a little bit of on the aftertaste, and it's nice.
It's honestly one of my favorite beers you guys make, and it goes to how sessionable and approachable it is, because I know a person who's in his 60s and loves this beer, and he's a Busch Light drinker.
Oh, yeah.
So
The fact that we use real Madagascar vanilla for me is what sets it apart. I mean, our team didn't skim. They aren't using that artificial flavoring, and you can definitely tell as you're drinking this beer, and it's not sickly sweet. That's what, for me, I guess sets it apart.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of lactose in there, so unfermentable sugar gives a little bit of body.
Yeah, it's just enough, too. It's not like in-your-face lactose like some of these New Englands and milkshakes and all that fun stuff. That it's all you taste. It's very complimentary, in my opinion.
And this one for us, shines in the summertime. We just launched a new cherry New England sour. Really, really nice beer. It's called What Was That? And it's going over really well. We took it to Rocket Mortgage, DGC,
Nice,
a big outing, and but this is one that I love myself. So can't always be your own best customer, but
doesn't hurt.
on the days you can,
Right. You got to take it when you can.
That's right.
Dive into Roak for me, if you would. Like, who are you? Obviously, I know, but let's educate our listeners on who you guys are, what you guys stand for, and basically like the history of where you started and where you're at now in 2019.
So we're a relatively young brewery. We kind of came up with a lot of the, let's call them the new generation of craft breweries in the mid 2010s, right? So
About 4 years now.
yeah, 2014, 2015. John Leone, who's our CEO and managing partner, him and some of his buddies were hanging out. He's just sipping beer, and they're beer connoisseurs, right? And essentially, they got to talking when drinking one night long enough to where they said, why aren't we doing this? And John's background comes from beer distribution, right?
Wasn't it like North Carolina or somewhere down? Was that?
He had some distribution down in North Carolina, but where he really comes from is he had Leone Imports in Southeast Michigan. They did beer, wine. They're a big wine house.
Yeah, and the food distribution before that.
Yep.
Okay.
And they actually, Leone Imports, and I don't remember the name of the other company out of Kalamazoo or Battle Creek or whatever, they merged and formed Imperial Beverage.
Oh, okay.
So that was, I don't actually know the timeline on that specifically, but I know that that's how, obviously, John's background in beer, he knows like the back of his hand. But, how Roak started kind of is what I was talking about earlier. They were sitting around drinking one day, and John's passion is beer. And, one thing led to another, and he got a staff together, and his brother-in-law, John Rodopoulos, has been kind of one of the cornerstones in our business as well. And been around since the beginning, and we've had a
Decent golfer.
average golfer. He's gonna be mad about that, Chuckie.
Okay, you got to divulge in
Normally, I got to give him a couple strokes, but
Dang.
No, Johnny's awesome, dude. But yeah, I mean, dude. So you're asking like what we are and who we are. Obviously, Chuckie and I have been here. Chuckie, when did you come on? Last October?
yeah, October, right before Fall Beer Fest last year. Yeah.
I came on in January, but we're obviously located in Royal Oak, Michigan. We got a beautiful, beautiful facility down there. Our tap room is, when you come in, it's not like, it doesn't look like most craft brewery tap rooms.
Yeah, 90 person tap room, nice patio seating, really big U-shaped bar. It's awesome.
Yeah, we make some awesome pizzas, man. Our wings. That's one thing I'll say, John, being in the food distribution business, like Chuckie said, prior to owning Roak.
They make good pizza, man. They do.
Pizzas are awesome.
Right.
And our food, I mean, they don't skimp on ingredients. Not that I'm saying other people do, but he took his time putting together that food menu. So it really pairs well with, obviously, all of our beers. And, our beers have evolved a long way, obviously, over the 4.5, 5 years.
I was with my distribution partner. I was with them when we launched you guys. So we went down there when you were still really young and checked it out. And yeah, it's like completely different. Like it's kind of the same. Like the values are still there and everything, but the aspect of what you're brewing and everything for the most part has changed completely, except for like 2 or 3 core items.
Yeah, I came from a different background, so when I came on board with Roak, I was asking the same questions. Who are you guys? What are your beers about? And because I was interested, I was curious, and I really had just heard from colleagues, and but we're all competitive too, and everybody thinks they make the best beer in the world. So
exactly.
We wanted to learn from the inside out, and so spending some time with the brewmaster at the time, and I think we owe a lot of credit to Jason Schreider too with this Kettle Sour series, because he brought a lot of knowledge over from like Anderson Valley, and, Mendocino out west. But I think what you see when you look at Roak's portfolio of beers is some awesome big IPAs, some spare no expense, looking for big aromatics, but not beers that are so overwhelming that you can't taste them.
Right.
I think sometimes people get so excited about the hop varietals that they're using. You get tongue tinglers, and that's fantastic here and there. But for the most part, I want to taste my beer and pair it with something.
Right.
And Roak has a nice spectrum of a couple different, New England IPAs. You got your Live Wire, which they kind of was the backbone of the brewery when they initially launched. But they looked around and said, hey, we got to be innovative with our beers. We got to be looking to do something a little different. And that's where not only the Kettle Sour series came, but we started to develop a barrel-aged series as well. And we didn't really... I think one thing we took the market by surprise when we didn't gouge on our barrel-aged prices.
Right.
When we were putting 16-ounce barrel-aged Devil Dog out there and 4-packs that people were picking up at like $15.99.
Right.
And they were loving it.
That's unheard of.
Yeah, and it was like, you know what? We found some good barrels. We let the beers settle down. We did that barrel-aged chestnut head behind it in secondary use barrels, and that was nice too because it kind of opened the door to a barrel-aged beer if you're not a big boozy, type of drinker. So just like Kettle Sours, I think they're an entry-level beer. They open the door to Kettle Sours. Jolly Pumpkin's the godfather of sours.
Yeah.
I mean, we look across the state, and they make phenomenal beers. That's how I learned to drink sours. I was doing a vertical of La Rojo. It's like, but these Kettle Sours, kind of what you alluded to. I was at Vivio's down in Warren last Friday, and we were sampling some nitro ice cream, man, that we did for them special. And I'll tell you what, all ages, all spectrums. A guy was, schooling me on Stroh's signature, sipping an ice cream, man, and I was just laughing. It was awesome. So, yeah, it's cool, man.
So, random question. I just thought of this because talking about Stroh's. Have you guys had Altus yet?
I have not.
I saw it was coming back. I didn't have it.
That's so Brew Detroit's kind of recreating a couple of these old recipes, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's one of them. I had it for the first time this weekend.
How was it?
If you don't have it, you're not missing anything. It was the worst thing I ever tasted. But my dad, who drank Altus, loved it. So
bringing it back.
It's an ode to the old school.
It's $10 a 6-pack. You used to be able to buy 24 bottles of that for $5.
Well,
I mean,
now at least we know.
Little Kings. Where's the Little Kings?
Right. That's funny.
Gobles. I haven't seen any Gobles around.
I have a feeling a lot of those I don't want to call them flash in the pan beers. Trying to bring back stuff from.
But they are.
Hams is not a flash in the pan.
No, because it's cheap enough though. Like you can't bring back Altus, what people are used to spending $5 and $10 on for 24, and charge $10 for a 6-pack. And
I
expect
agree.
it to
They're
catch
trying
on.
to gouge on the craft beer.
Right.
And it sucks.
And it's like me, cool, you got me to buy it once, I'll never buy it again.
Yep.
I don't know.
And as soon as you start playing the price war game, you're dead in the
You're
water.
Exactly.
You're
Exactly.
dead.
Exactly.
It's brutal. But yeah, I mean, as far as Roak goes, man, if anyone's, you want to come down and check the place out and go for a tour, let myself or Chuckie know. And listen, we'd love to have you. I mean, I live 15 minutes from the brewery. Chuckie's 25, and I know we still need to get you and the team down. I know we were talking about that last time we saw you.
We got a lot of the other Fabiano Detroit boys coming in.
Yeah.
Oh, man, the crew comes in quite a bit. It's nice.
That's
Heck
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, they're a lot closer than I am.
It's true. It's true.
Don't like driving 90 minutes for stuff.
No, that's fair. Dude, it was hard enough getting you guys down to Blake's.
Right,
Come on.
right. Jeez, oh man.
Hey, we drove through Jumanji to get here tonight. My God.
We were talking about that. So Chuckie and I I'm not going to say we had a near-death experience, but it sure felt like it.
What happened?
It was
three cars. 3 cars went off the road. It was
the hardest downpour for let's say 7-8 minute span than I've ever seen.
Okay.
I mean, you're talking I-75. You're going 70 miles an hour, and you have to like immediately slow down to like 10 or 15.
Dang.
And that not just you. That's everyone. Everyone around you is like creeping down the highway because you can't see. I had wipers going full bore, and you could still barely see out the front window.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Well, I'm glad you guys made it safely.
Glad to be here.
Dude, we couldn't miss the show. Come on.
right. Dang. Risking your lives. That's why it's been all day today, though. It's been really weird. It's been like sunny and then downpour for 10 minutes and then sunny. And
It's true.
We got to risk it to get the biscuit.
Exactly. All right, Aaron. You are a long-time season ticket holder of the Lions.
That I am.
What are they going to do this year?
I don't usually like admitting that on the air. No, I'm kidding.
Did you renew?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course. Of course.
I know at one point you were debating it, so.
At one point, after every season, like every Lions fan, you
Right.
always debate whether you want to re-up or want to reinvest, I should say, into the
Get a
next
calendar?
season.
I'd love to pick a game. But
Yes.
Right.
But yeah, as far as this year goes, so I think our defense is obviously going to be, solid this year.
Oh,
day. We got a couple great additions down there. But just like every year, it's going to come down to Matt Stafford. This is nothing new. And my issue, I guess, is that if the fact that the fact that he hasn't progressed like he should, it scares me that basically all our eggs are in one basket.
Do you think that could be a problem with the system that he's in, though?
It's hard to say when the guys had, 3 or 4 head coaches and like 7 offensive coordinators.
Exactly. Like at some point, that is a problem of it as well.
Well, and it's one of those things like you think, you look at some of the great quarterbacks of our time, right? You could run down the list. Rodgers, Brady,
Tom Brady.
Peyton back in the
Are
day.
you a Brady fan?
Absolutely, I'm a Brady fan. Are you kidding me?
Dude, he went to the University of
How many
Michigan.
Super Bowls does he got to win and be from my home state?
He's not from your home state. He's from California.
Michigan, baby. Michigan.
He reps the block
If he
M
played
hard.
college in my state, he's
Yeah.
from my state.
I can't do it.
No, but if you look at some of these top tier guys, their coaches don't change that often. Their offensive coordinators might, but their system doesn't typically.
Right.
And with Stafford, they've changed too often. I'm not going to use it as a cop out, but they gotta figure it out this year. This is the year we're going to figure out if Stafford's going to be here long term or not this year.
What do you mean? He's been here.
I'm saying if this is the year that he either takes the next step or we're going to be drafting a high QB next
I
year.
don't think he's taking any more steps. the new recipe to win is get a quarterback on that first, your rookie contract and spend your money elsewhere, because you can't be competitive if you're spending all your money on your freaking quarterback unless he's top 3 elite. Because look at Green Bay. They wasted all their profits on freaking Aaron Rodgers only so he gets hurt every 3 games. Collarbone, man. Olivia Munn. Dude, you messed up.
He's got this year plus 3. So he's stuck around here for a while.
We can cut him.
No.
Might be dead money. Cut him. We'll cut it. We can cut him or trade him. So
got to trade.
You could probably trade him after next season.
Yeah.
Because by that time, his salary and cap hit and everything are going to be so much lower than what everyone else is getting paid.
Yeah. You got to win this year or you trade him.
I will say this. Back when we gave him that $100 million, everyone was up in arms. When you actually look at it, now we made out on that deal.
Oh, yeah.
Thank God.
All I know is I had a beer with Kelvin Johnson a couple weeks ago. He was up at the brewery. And the truth is, they should bring him back. Pay the man. Bring him back. He's a freak.
He is a good dude, though. Shout out
awesome.
81, Megatron.
What was he
Real
doing
nice
in town?
Him and Rob Sims were up at the tap
Stopping in
rooms.
for a beer, man.
Yeah.
Just saying hi.
Just wanted to come hang out at Roak for a day.
Mm-hmm.
There you
Nice
go.
guys, yeah.
And well, you know them. They're investing obviously in opening up.
Yeah.
Some is it dispensaries or they have some
Dispensaries,
type of
yeah.
So they were up here getting permits approved and stuff like that. Pretty cool.
So, one last Lions question, then we'll move on. How many wins are they getting this year?
Chuckie, you want to go first?
Do you want me to go through the schedule real fast?
Yeah.
At Arizona,
Doesn't matter.
Chargers at home, at Eagles, Chiefs at home, Packers, Vikings.
So you're
Giants.
saying out of the first 6 games we could be 1-5. Is what you're saying?
No.
Dude, run that down again. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you're going to go at Arizona. That could be a win. You go Chargers at home.
Loss.
At
unless
Eagles.
unless Melvin Gordon holds out.
Right. At Eagles.
Hold
Loss.
on, Melvin. You deserve to get paid. We need to talk about that for a minute. Listen here, Melvin. Melvin, you need to get paid. Do you see how many times they give you the ball? Did you see what happened to Le'Veon? I hope you hear this clip. Get paid. You need to get paid.
I love it.
Enthusiasm.
Yeah, Melvin.
Hope he listens to the show.
I hope so, too. Get a retweet, Melvin. Let me get a retweet. When you come into town, Dad's on diaper duty.
There you go.
Boom.
Booming. All right. Top 6.
Real quick.
Oh, yeah. What's your number?
Honestly, 9-7.
No.
You think it's less?
Yeah. 7 and 9.
Okay. Chuckie, you didn't give one.
Well, now I got to change mine.
That air is not good for podcasts, my friend.
8-8.
There you go. Split the middle.
All right.
Split the difference.
Easy
Sounds
enough.
good.
The difference. I was going to say 9-7. Then we got that dead air, and I had to go to 8-8.
Oops.
It's okay.
Happens. All right, top 6. So we always do a top 6. I gave you guys a choice. We kind of hashed it out for a little bit, but we came up with our top 6 as movies. So our favorite movies. I'll start.
Number 6.
Chucky's gonna do his own movie list. I don't know. He's still working on it, aren't you? He's not done.
This is a serious. This is a very serious.
Some of them are hard that we do. When we did vacation spots in Michigan, it took me a day to figure it out because it's I listed all of them and narrowed it down.
Yeah, you don't want to steer somebody in the wrong direction.
Exactly. What did I write here? Oh, my number 6, Straight Outta Compton.
Oh.
I love that movie.
Straight Outta Compton.
Straight Outta Compton.
Really?
Yes. That's a fantastic movie, in my opinion.
Okay.
I had to go with The Italian Job. Mark Wahlberg.
That's a good
Theron.
flick.
That is a good one, man. That's Marky Mark. That's
a repeat.
Heck yeah.
And that single-handedly brought the Mini Cooper back.
Yeah,
totally.
That movie definitely did.
Totally.
Yeah. True. Number 6 for me I'm going to go Monty Python and the Holy Grail, just because I think it's for me. It's one of those movies that when you have it on, it's hard to turn it off, especially when you've been drinking.
Exactly. All right.
Number 5.
Number 5, Gran Torino.
Gran Torino.
Gran Torino.
Really?
Wow.
Yes. What?
I'm not saying
judged.
No. I'm surprised. I'm not judging.
I'm judging a little bit.
I can tell.
No, I'm more surprised.
When he was in town shooting that film, I was working at Oakland Athletic Club, Birmingham, and he was come in. He was great.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
He was
heard that.
fantastic, and so was the crew. I thought that movie was awesome. But is that his best movie? Is that Clint Eastwood's best movie?
I think it resonates me with where it took place geographically.
Okay.
I think that's why.
That's fair.
More enough. Like the last drive along Lakeshore Drive. I made that drive. I know exactly where it is. Like,
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Chuckie,
Number
how about you?
Number 5, Rush Hour.
Really?
Jamal Lee.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Junta.
All right. I respect it. I love it.
I'll take it. That's a good one. No complaints.
Number 5 for me is Pulp Fiction.
That was almost on my list, actually.
Got to be up there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Top 10, top 5. You can make an argument wherever it's placed. But, I mean, Samuel L. Jackson, baby. Come on.
Oh, yeah. What's in the briefcase?
What's in the briefcase? All right. Number 4.
No, I'm asking you, what's in the briefcase? There's nothing that we never find out.
No. 0.
All right, fine. All right. Move on.
Number 4.
Captain Phillips.
I'm not going to lie. I haven't seen it.
That movie's that...
Dude, I swear to God I haven't seen it.
Okay, I have it. I think I have it. We'll have to watch it. But no, the best part about that movie is when the dude comes in, the pirate comes in, and goes, "Hey, I'm the captain now." That's the first time they met.
I'm the captain now.
I'm
the captain now.
That, I think, is actually a really cool play on getting the reaction from Tom Hanks, as in he doesn't even know who it's going to be.
Wait, that was like in real, like...
Yes, that was the very first time they ever met. They kept them separate the entire time.
No way.
And that was the one time, the first time they met.
Because he's like...
They're like best friends now.
He's like, look at me.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like really good friends and everything. But he's like, yeah, that was the first time because they wanted to get the real expression, a more pure expression from Tom Hanks.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, isn't that a cool fact?
That's crazy.
Here's another weird fact I think is kind of interesting, and I know we'll all hate on this. Do you know, you guys watch Home Improvement, right?
Yeah.
You have. Okay.
Yeah.
Tim Allen always wears a sweatshirt from a Michigan college.
Yeah.
What's the one team he never wore?
The one team he never went.
Yeah.
The Steelers.
No. From Michigan. Michigan College.
From Michigan
The one
College.
Michigan College he did.
MSU.
Don't tell me
MSU.
Central. Don't tell me Central.
It is.
MSU.
It is?
Yes, because he went to
No.
Western.
No way.
He's a Western
He went
grad.
to Western,
He grew up
for
in
sure.
Kazoo. Yeah.
And he got
So-
arrested out there.
Yeah.
That
Sorry,
is
Shot on
that
the
is
wall.
awesome. Represent Tim Allen, okay?
Don't
I see
represent
you.
Tim Allen.
No, I see it. No, I see. I respect it because if I was in his shoes, I wouldn't wear a Western shirt at all.
He was pretty good in the Pure Michigan commercials, but,
Oh, yeah.
but he was a bad kid.
Oh yeah,
He was
not a good
sold
shot.
a lot of people down the river.
Amen.
All right, number
Amen.
4s. What you guys got?
Chuckie?
Number 4. This was tough. About Snatch. You ever seen it?
Nope.
You like Dags? You like Dags?
No,
Nope.
You've never seen Snatch.
nope.
Okay, well, good for you because it just got added to Netflix, and you guys are in for a treat.
Wait, for the two of us who don't know, what is it?
Yeah,
Give us a Cliff Note version.
Oh man, it's Guy Ritchie, Brad Pitt, like
this is great. Makes me want to see it.
It's hard to explain because like it's basically like there's a little bit of boxing going on. There's a little bit of swindling. There's a little bit of mobster. There's a little bit of just like downtown London.
It might be interesting.
Okay.
kind of chaos.
That looks like that
It's
might
pretty cool.
That might be good.
It's like the underbelly of London.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
like Brad Pitt's younger. It's probably like right after Fight Club, and
It's got
basically he's like a
73
bare knuckle
tomatoes.
boxer. And
Okay.
Okay, we'll take it.
it's
All
pretty
right.
dope. It's pretty dope.
Check it out.
Mine, and I know both of you have seen this.
Now I don't know. Now
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, I don't like horror movies, but
Horror. You think that's a horror movie?
I don't get into those movies, but I have seen it. I do.
it's a classic.
It is a classic.
Yeah.
Listen,
Here's Johnny.
at the end of the day, Shawshank for me. No,
It's compelling.
no.
It's compelling.
It's not where Here's Johnny. It's
Oh,
Morgan
no.
Freeman. It's Tim Robbins and
I'm
Bob
thinking the
Gunn
wrong movie.
when they are in prison
Oh yes.
and they have to, and he
Wrongfully
has to
in prison.
escape.
Not
He's
wrongfully.
wrongfully in prison, and he has to escape. And Morgan Freeman ends up getting out and meets him, at the sea or whatever, and they fish, and it's awesome. I mean, literally a classic for me.
I went right to The Shining for some reason.
That's a 1994, baby. That's old for me.
Yeah, I know.
Number 3.
Number 3. You're gonna judge me on this one too. I already know it. Four Brothers.
Ooh, I like that one.
That
Okay.
movie.
You like your hometown.
I do.
hero.
I
You
do.
are, dude. We should have done top 6 Michigan movies.
Yeah, what are you gonna tell me? Bird on a Wire. Or something like that?
Right. Yeah, no, I found that movie literally the day it came out when I was still in high school. And
Four Brothers is dope, dude.
I've
Talk about a
watched so
good
many
cast.
movies. Yeah. Oh, exactly. You look at that cast, it's like holy crap.
Tyrese, Mark Wahlberg,
Andre
3000, and
he's a singer for
the kid from Permian and Friday Night Lights.
Yeah,
What the hell's his
Friday
name? The
Night,
fullback.
Yeah,
Anyone
I
know?
can't think of his name. No.
Wow.
Can't remember
This is
his
terrible.
but Andre
But we know-
3000. He was the best actor in that whole movie for sure.
Of the Four Brothers, he was like the
He was
the most
straight
the
narrow.
one that was most put together and actually had his shit together.
right.
So
I like Mark Wahlberg's
Okay.
character.
Four Brothers, I dig it. I like that. Chucky, how about you?
My gosh,
Garrett Hedlund.
There we go.
so many great movies out there, but I like to go back to my childhood.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, don't judge me. Don't judge me.
I need to
Don't
judge you.
judge me.
You've been judging me this whole night.
The Goonies.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
You guys.
Okay,
That's a
dude.
good one.
I mean, Goonies is one of those movies you can always put on.
Exactly.
At
No
any
matter
moment in
when.
time, and everyone will sit down and watch it with you.
Mm.
It's
Do you
hard
know
to say.
You
Josh Brolin's in that movie, aka Thanos?
You
know
look like
that?
you
He's
look
the
like
older
Thanos.
brother.
Who's Thanos?
Josh
Avengers.
I had never seen it.
You've never seen the Avengers.
Brolin. Okay, now I'm judging you.
I don't get into comic books, man.
That's fair. Okay, if you don't know what I mean, so long story short, Thanos is like he's the Darth Vader of like the Marvel universe,
Fair enough.
right?
Take it.
So, my number 3 is Saving Private Ryan.
Yes. That's a fantastic movie.
You like that?
Yes.
Talk about one of those movies.
I never make it to the end.
Why?
I always
It's
fall
only like
asleep.
2.5 hours.
Dude, yeah. What do you,
I know.
You
but
haven't
when they
watched
go
it
into
since-
Normandy and then
Dude,
they
you
were-
haven't
they're-
watched that movie since you were probably 12.
No, it's not true. It's not true. Every time I try to watch it, I get caught up in that scene. Like 35 minutes in, they clear the beach. They're on the wall. They're poking their head around, and then boom.
You haven't even
Can't
made it
remember
far.
anything else. I like all those actors.
Yeah,
too.
Chucky, you got to get back
Dude.
into it. And the part of the reason I like that movie is that it's based on a true story.
Mm.
Like that in itself is kind of mind blowing to me. The fact
Oh,
that
yeah.
they like you have to go rescue bloodlines
Yeah,
in Germany.
exactly.
So
The interesting thing about that movie too is my great uncle stormed Normandy. So he was there, and he's seen all the war movies. He goes, "Yeah, that's not how it works." Basically, because that's the most realistic one he's ever seen.
No way.
He goes, "It's not really close to how it actually was, but that is the most realistic."
what do you say was different?
Yeah, I don't even remember, dude. It's
Hard to
been
even
years.
say,
Yeah.
yeah.
He never really talked about it. So he was just like,
I'm
I've
sure it's
seen
hard
it, but
to.
it's he talked about it to me like 2 or 3 times my entire life. So And, like, the few times he did, you just didn't ask questions. You just let him go because it was like, holy shit.
Well, when you think about essentially you and how many people fit in those boats? Like 50?
Yeah.
So you talk about you and 50 of your boys.
And you're going onto that beach. That boat's not made to go back.
No, it is meant
That
to
boat's
stop.
made to drop you off and be done.
So you talking about you and 50 of your boys storming Normandy, getting put on that beach, and in the first minute, half of you are likely dead.
Yep.
I mean, that's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But back then, that was war, and it's different now. But anyway, didn't mean to take this down that rabbit hole.
No, that's fine. That's fine. No, you're good. All right.
No, shout out to my brothers. I got Dominic's a Marine. He's over in Okinawa, Japan.
Oh, shit.
And Benny is on nuclear subs. He's out of Connecticut. So
Cheers to those guys, man.
Yeah, appreciate
Thank
you,
for your
fellas.
service.
Number 2.
American Gangster.
Oh, dude.
Oh, wow.
I love that movie.
That movie is, in my opinion, Denzel's best movie.
I was thinking about Denzel movies, and I'm like, man, John Q,
Right.
freaking, like, what, and just racking them, and it's like,
Remember the Titans? I mean,
Yeah.
Remember the Titans?
You want to go down the list?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a...
There's a lot.
I
But
don't even know. How do you get in
Dude,
top
American...
two?
Yeah, that... You want to
that
talk
one
about...
is... When I first watched that movie, we went to the theaters for it. It's again, one of those 2.5 hour long movies. It felt like 5 minutes. I was that attentive. Like, it kept my attention the entire time. All of a sudden, it's over. And I'm like, oh, how long was that movie? Like, hour and a half? Like, it seemed really short. Nope, 2.5 hours. I'm like, holy crap.
They could have made that movie 4 hours, and
Oh.
you would have felt just as good.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Chuckie?
It's, when I get down to the final, it's really tough. Did I already say Count of Monte Cristo? Did I already say that? Was that number 5? All right, I'm going to take it back to the childhood again, because I got to tell you, your childhood memories are the ones that inspire you the most, right? Maybe not. Maybe
I guess
just
I
for
should have
me.
said a Goofy movie then.
Yeah,
Space
exactly.
Jam.
Did all that cheese.
I like a Goofy movie and Space Jam.
No, me too.
Soundtrack's phenomenal. But
Amen.
they don't touch Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the original.
Look at you,
This
Willy
dude.
Wonka.
And I got to
Walking
tell
it
you
back.
what, man. Pretty phenomenal. Pretty
Okay.
phenomenal.
I haven't
and
seen that movie.
And that just made me think of number 1. Thank you. I'm going to come back
welcome.
to you on that.
All right, number 2 for me, and you guys are probably going to judge me for my last 2, but I have...
This is a no judge zone.
I don't know. I was
Oh,
getting
you-
prejudged the first half of this list.
No, we only judge you that first
Judging.
movie.
Look at the baby. Look at the baby.
So my number 2 is Wedding Crashers.
Oh, that's yes.
Nice.
And
100%.
for me,
That's a. Oh, I didn't even think
Over
about that
old
one.
school.
so Chucky, don't spoil my number 1, bro. So Wedding
I
Crashers.
totally forgot all the Will Ferrell movies.
So-
Son of a.
Yeah, Wedding Crashers for me. I try to think like, all right, in the last, let's say 15 years, what movies have I either quoted the most or like watched the most times? And Wedding Crashers by far, like if it's on TV, you stop and you watch it.
Yeah.
And I quote that movie probably second most of all movies. Right.
You quote "I love you, man" probably every other freaking sentence.
You're a whore, Peter.
That's
Happy Gilmore too, dude. Like, oh man,
dude. You're just spoiling all the
Oh
lists.
no!
Number 1.
Happy Gilmore.
I love it. Happy
You're
Gilmore.
gonna die, clown. I'm so sorry. Wow, that's amazing.
I hate that clown.
Don't you want to go in your home?
So
You thought it. I said it. You thought it.
we quoted that movie more
Should've looked
today.
at me.
We quoted that movie more today than I think I have in the last couple weeks. But talk about an instant classic.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm playing for Chubbs.
No, I'm playing for Chubbs. Yo, yeah, want to fight
You
for
had
me?
enough. Oh, you haven't? How about now?
Dude? The Bob Barker scene.
Dude, that's just. I mean, you got in a fight with Bob Barker. Who gets in a fight with the nicest man on the planet?
Dude, what a
Unbelievable.
talk about it! Just a perfect cameo
Oh yeah.
in that movie. just fit everything perfectly. All right, Chucky, how about you?
All right, number one. This is old school, so I don't know if you guys have heard of this. It's called The Great Escape.
Heard of it, haven't seen it.
So Steve McQueen is famous for Bullet. That's what everybody always wants to talk about. You know, that Mustang movie and all that.
Yep.
But The Great Escape is about all these POWs that are in a camp, obviously, and World War II, and their job, is to escape. And this guy in particular has escaped like 80 plus times. I can't remember the number. It's probably even closer to 100. Anyways, it's the story of like them trying to get out as many as they can before the war ends, and then like the Germans recapture them. And a lot of times, they're just supposed to lock them up in the cooler, but they kill them,
right?
Especially when it gets close to the end of the war. So, but the reason I love that movie is because nowadays you have all these special effects and everything that really take over the intensity of the movie. And sometimes we forget about the actors and the actresses that are phenomenally talented. And in The Great Escape, you see some unbelievable acting. So, yeah, give it a whirl.
All right, my number one, and again, it was literally a toss-up between 2 and 1, but number 1 is Old School. It is by far the movie that I quote the most with the homies. And, every scene, you want to start at the beginning. You want to start with the weddings. You want to talk about
earmuffs,
jumping out of the closet like, you're ready to This is a family friendly
right.
podcast, so I'm trying to be.
Yeah, right.
You're doing great, man.
Anyway, I know. I hope so. But then the wedding scene, the toast, the drunk toast.
I own 4 speaker cities.
Mitch, I own 6 speaker cities. I'm worth $3.5 million that the government knows about. Think I'm gonna put all this together for some school rock band? Just make sure you can see the stage. But listen, that movie by far. I mean, from the Snoop Dogg cameo. There's so much into it. It's amazing.
Going streaking.
We're going streaking. Yeah, that's my number one.
Snoop Dogg was. You weren't expecting him.
No, not at all. That was.
Bring your green hat.
I said, make money, money, make money, 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 make money, money. It's a little cold out there, Frank. He looks down. He's like, oh. Hi, Angela. This is Frank Ricard. I was hoping we could maybe get a cup of coffee or maybe even a whole meal of food. And then he just keeps replaying the voicemails over and over. Talk about my number one.
How about some outliers? What did we miss? Because there's a ton of movies we missed.
Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
There's 1,000.
How about some Christopher Nolan? Some Inception or
Dark Knight?
Batman? Yeah.
There's a lot we missed.
When you start talking, but that's the problem. When we that's why doing this category or the top 6 of just everything, it's impossible. We're always going to be wrong because there's always more movies.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys seen Rock and Rolla or Reservoir Dogs?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a lot of good ones.
We didn't have a Quentin Tarantino film.
Yeah. Usual Suspects. Have you seen that?
Was Pulp Fiction?
Oh yeah, we have one.
We had one.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So dude, there's just too much to pick.
Too many.
Oh
well. All right, we'll wrap this thing up here real fast. Dad's life advice: give your kids chores. Jameson's at 2.5 years old, and I literally gave him chores.
Good for you.
And no, seriously, he feeds a dog, takes diapers out, helps me even set up the camper.
That a boy, Dad.
So yeah, give him chores, keeps him out of trouble.
He wants to help too.
Exactly. Then he feels good about himself.
I love it.
Yeah, you got
chores shape you as a man.
Exactly. He already wants to cut the grass. And honestly, if he was tall enough, I'd let him push the lawnmower.
Dude, have him pick up dog poop and cut the grass.
There
Boom.
you go. Money. Now let's sit around and drink some beer.
Hell yeah.
Question of the podcast. We put this out again. We did this in the winter. We asked for winter or summer. What one do you prefer? What ones do you guys prefer?
Summer all day.
Okay.
Is this a question?
Yeah. Well, we did it in winter. We did it the coldest day. So I'm like, we're going to put it again in the hottest day. It was still summer. easily.
Yeah.
Oh, 1,000 times over.
But if you gave me a choice of fall,
Oh yeah,
that'd be it.
yeah. I like fall.
I love fall in Michigan.
Fall golf, money.
Fall golf, fall,
Dude,
everything in Michigan.
I'll tell you what, I would rather play in 90-degree weather than 65-degree weather
Never.
all day. Let me sweat.
No.
Beer,
I want
Natterdays.
to tee off when
or-
it's 45 degrees outside.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I want the leaves
Are
to
you,
change.
you
the
like
color.
so you like wearing long sleeves? I'll wear pants either way, but you like
See,
wearing long sleeves?
I'll wear long sleeve, yeah.
No. See,
But I'll still wear shorts.
no
But I'll
way.
wear long sleeve. Yeah, I'll wear shorts. Like when we go for the golf thing, like our tee time is 8 a.m. Our first tee time. Last year it was probably 50 degrees when we teed off, and it was shorts and long sleeves, and it was fantastic.
Aaron likes to wear jorts
Oh yeah,
in the fall.
he might get
For fall golf.
uninvited.
I'm not a jorts guy, but I am a Crocs guy.
Only at the
I'm kidding.
country club.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I was about to kick you out of my house.
No, hell
The
no.
only one that can wear a Crocs in this house is my son Jameson because they're really fucking convenient.
Well, obviously.
I got-
Cracks
I
with
gotta beat that
socks.
out.
That's classic.
No, I'm a pants guy when I golf now,
No, I can't do it.
dude.
You gotta
For
do
sure.
it.
Breathable
do it.
Under Armour. Sorry, keep going.
Dad joke. What's the difference between a piano, a tuna, and a pot of glue?
I don't know what.
You can tune a piano, but you can't piano a tuna.
Yeah, bingo. I love it.
You didn't ask about the glue.
What about the glue?
I knew you'd get stuck there. Subscribe, rate, listen, give us a review, read on there. Reach us dadanddiaperduty at gmail.com, Facebook, Instagram. We're taking a few weeks off. We'll be back in the first full week of August. Wrong sounder.
Thank God that's over.
You can just let those hang.